Okay, so I'm totally doing something different today. I'm recording on two devices, so you'll see me looking here and looking here. We are on the last episode for season 5, Thriving in Friendship, or colloquially, Thriving with Your Ride or Die. I'd love to hear, by the way, who your favorite ride or die duo is that I interviewed. And share your favorite takeaway on your Insta story. All you need to do is tag at Dr. Speaks, that's me, and use the hashtag Thriving Thoughts with Dr. Sherri, and you'll be entered into a drawing to win a personally signed and shipped to you from me copy of my book, Breakup Breakthroughs. So who was it? Was it Carrie and Michelle? Amber and Dara? Lisa and Tanny? Andrea and Carrie? Or was it Daphne and Robin? I'm so grateful to each one of these ladies for sharing their stories, sharing their friendships with me and with you, the listener, so that you can understand what it looks like to have one of those thriving ride or die friendships. For the final episode of Thriving with Your Ride or Die, I want to share with you 3 characteristics of a ride or die friendship. Then I want you to evaluate these 3 characteristics and look at the current friendships in your life. Are they reflective of the current friend that you have? And then we're going to flip the script and we're going to ask, are they reflective of you as a friend? Number 1, friends feel like home. You know what it's like to be at home, right? When you feel like you're at home, you can have crazy bed hair. You can be in your yoga pants and your tank top. You just feel like you're in a place where you can be you and you don't have to have any appearances. In other words, you don't need to try to impress your friend. They love you for you with no impression, no accomplishment, no outstanding things to say, no amazing feats. They love you for you. Number 2, and this is a little bit like feeling like home, but your friend is a safe space. Is your friend a safe space? Here's how you measure that. It's very simple. If you've shared something with your friend in confidence, has it stayed there? Has it stayed there like a locked safety deposit box? And they are keeping your treasures, your secrets, your sorrows, your triumphs, whatever, your story, they are keeping it safe. Friends know that your story is not their story to tell. So is your information safe with your friend? Are you, your heart, safe with your friend? And number 3, after you spend time with your friend, do you leave feeling refreshed? If you've had a phone call, even if you're just in a text message thread, do you feel refreshed? If you're looking at their social media, do you feel refreshed? That's right, because see, a friend doesn't stop being a friend just because they're not with you. So if you're seeing something about your friend that is not refreshing, that's a question that you need to begin to ask yourself. Evaluate. What is it about this that doesn't leave me feeling refreshed? Do I need to have a conversation with them? Is this person still the right person in my life right now? Remember the last couple of episodes ago, we talked about friends are seasons sometimes. They're not always a lifetime. So if your friend is leaving you feeling refreshed, then yes, that's a friend. Now let's flip the script. Let's talk about you as a friend. So many times we talk about what we want in other people as a friend, but what about what we give as a friend? Amber and Dara said it perfectly in their episode, be one to get one. If you want to get a good friend, you have to be one. So in your friendships, do you provide a space that makes them feel like you are home? Where they don't have to keep up appearances, where they don't have to impress you, where you just love them for them. Number 2, are you keeping your friend's story safe? Are you treasuring their heart, their secrets, the information they share with you, their experiences, good or bad, it doesn't matter. Are you cherishing their story? And are you keeping it safe? Finally, number 3, here's your test. Do you make it a point to refresh your friend? Or do you want to share your miseries? Do you want to complain? Do you want to share how angry you are about something, or do you want them to feel refreshed? If you want them to feel refreshed, yes, that means that you must change the way you approach them. So remember, if you want a good friend, you have to be one. Flip the script. Ask yourself those questions. Do I feel safe? Do I feel at home? And do I feel refreshed? Am I safe? Am I home? And am I refreshing? I had an epiphany last week, literally like a bolt of lightning. There was really not a lot of mulling this over. I did pray about it because that's what I choose to do. The podcast is taking new shape. For the last 5 seasons, and yes, the last 2 years, can you believe that? Did you guys know that? I kind of skipped right over the birthday of the podcast this year. August 5th of 2019 is when I launched the show. Since then, I've had the privilege of interviewing hundreds of women, hundreds, and bringing them to you, bringing their stories to you, bringing their experiences of thriving in any and every circumstance to you. And I'm so blessed by them. They've helped us to get over 10,000 unique downloads, you guys, in these 2 years, 10,000 unique downloads with listenership on 6 continents. So to my guests, if you are still following, if you are still listening, if you are watching, I love you. I'm grateful for you. Thank you for helping me grow the show. And thank you for being authentic you and choosing to make this space your home. I really hope that I made you feel safe and left you feeling refreshed. Going forward, the podcast will now be exclusively monologue episodes with me. I've heard from many of you and I'm listening. You want to hear more from Dr. Sherri. You want to hear more practical examples of how to walk out a thriving thought world. Not just concepts, not just somebody else's experience, but bite-sized practical nuggets that you can take and implement immediately. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm listening and I'm showing up. You guys, it's a little intimidating, I've got to say, because it means that I'm going to have to up my game. I'm going to have to increase how much time I spend in research. I'm going to have to be more deliberate about the catalog of episodes that I'm bringing to you and what order I bring them to you in. Beginning September 1st, you will continue to hear and watch and have access to 2 episodes per week of the Thriving Thoughts with Dr. Sherri podcast. And it's going to be just me. And each of these episodes are going to be, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm going to say this. Drum roll, please. I can't do that. Can you do it for me in the background? 5 minutes or less. That's right. I know that we live in a really noisy world. And I know I have a tendency to wax long when I don't need to. And sometimes that can water down the potency of the message that I have to share. And I'm convinced that I'm walking in my purpose when I share these truths with you, when I share that all of your pain and all of the things that you're going through can be purposed so that you can grow, flourish, and prosper. So I want you to hear that in 5 minutes or less, twice a week, practical ways for you to take the truths that I share and turn them into reality. It's a big deal, you guys. It's a big shift for the show, and I'm honored that you continue to share the love, share the show, share the truth, and always remember to speak truth over the lies, and you will thrive in any and every circumstance.